Hello friends, it's Sherry from Turquoise Dreaming. How you doing today? I'm here with a quick video to share with you my cross stitch tag for 52 tags handmade. That's the challenge for Brooke, hosted by Brooke, where we're making one tag per week. And this week she gave us a stitch, and I believe she called it a kiss. And so pretty cool name for the cross stitch, right? It's a kiss, kisses and hugs, you know. And so yeah, it's the kiss, the cross stitch, that X, whatever you might want to call it. But anyway, I took it as all of the above, and she used kind of a patchwork of fabric on her back piece. So I just started with that. I just started with 2 pieces, and it takes a while when you're stitching, so I don't really feel like I could do that on video. It just takes too long. So I was just going to show you what I did and then finish it off and make my own backing, and then you'll see the finished product. But yeah, you just use 2 pieces of fabric, which I thought went well together here. You can see this is like a gingham blue and white, and then this is flowers, but it has some blue flowers and butterflies. Actually, it's flowers with blue butterflies, so the blues went really well together. And then I wanted a thread that would stand out and kind of also match, so I used a green embroidery thread. And I added, first of all, I stitched the, excuse me, let me grab a tissue here. Got my allergies going on today, or this afternoon for some reason. So I put the 2 fabrics together right here down the middle with a row of X's or cross stitches. And then my next step was to, I just took it on like a cross stitch or a slow stitch kind of project, and I didn't have a plan exactly. I just kind of just went with it. I got out my bag of scraps and just looked through to see what matched and what I thought I might want to add. So after I put the fabrics together, I added this little ribbon right here. It's a yellow ribbon, and of course that matches the yellow and blue and other colors here. And I put that here, and then you can see I put little green X's there, and then I added these 2 little bits of lace up here, and I pulled those out of my scrap bags. And then I added this little, this is rickrack here. This is like little baby rickrack. Now I didn't really do X's. I tried it up here. The first one I think I did an X on, and it really didn't look like an X. So I just ended up going around, you know, kind of a whip stitch around the rickrack to hold it down. I just thought it looked cute there, kind of a different way. I've never sewn rickrack on like that. I've always sewn it on with a sewing machine, so that was interesting. Then I added the buttons, pulled out 3 buttons just from my vintage button jar, you know. I just wanted them to be vintage and kind of match, and just, you know, like they didn't exactly have to match, but like this one's kind of like very light lavender, and you know, this one's like kind of off-white, and this one's dark green. So I just kind of, and I looked for some that had the 4 holes, so I could have another X in the buttons, you know what I mean? So these all have 4 holes, so there's also an X in the buttons. So I've got X's everywhere. 2 rows here, a row across here, and then the buttons. And then I added a little, you know, topper here, and I sewed that on, kind of crossed it in the back, and then sewed it on to the whole tag here with a couple of big crosses or X's to, you know, get that sewed on. So there it is, all sewn together. But now I need a backing to stabilize it, right? So I pulled out some cardstock, actually, it's file folder scrap. So let's just cut a piece here and glue it down. That's what I've been doing with mine. If you've been watching, you know I've been just sewing it down onto the cardstock. So let's do that. Let me pull it out of the way. I just thought of something too that would be kind of cute, which I did I think, did I do it last week? If I could go and grab my I might put a pinking shear edge on here. Let me grab my, or at least on the bottom, maybe on the, well, I don't want to cut any threads, but let me grab my my pinking shears. Just 1 second. Okay, I got them. I just thought of that. That would be kind of cute, right? Because I saw how this is kind of almost a little uneven right here. So why don't we even it up with my pinking shears? That would give it a nice decorative edge here. I just don't want to cut my bottom X there if I can't, you know, if I can help it. Okay, so let's see, let's just see if we can straighten this up a little bit without cutting that bottom X there if possible. Okay, now do we want to cut down the sides? I might want to cut down the sides. I want to try it. I want to try it. So I was thinking it would be nice if these edges frayed, but they're not really fraying. So I was like, well, they're not fraying, so maybe I'll just leave them alone. And then just now when I was getting ready to cut, I was like, oh, what about pinking shears? So at least you get to watch me do part of it, right? You never know when an idea is gonna hit you, so just now thought of it, so why not go ahead and do it? These probably are not the sharpest, but they still work. All right, I like that. It gives it a more, you know, interesting edge there instead of just being straight. I like that a lot. Okay, now we had our length, I think. Let's see. I think I need to cut off the top here where it's uneven and a little bit on the side. So let's cut like right here. Cut that off. I'm just kind of, the last couple weeks, I've just been using the cardstock as a base as far as stability and not really as, you know, anything that you see. So, and I just glue it down because I don't want to sew through the cardstock. I did use one of my tags in one of my journals in the past week or so, so that was kind of fun, you know, to put that in a journal in one of the pockets. Okay, now I'm just gonna glue it down with Fabri-Tac, and I got a nice new bottle here, so I don't have to worry about it coming out. Hopefully, got a little bit of, nope, it's good. Got a little bit of stuff there. Okay, so let's do it. All right, so I've just been gluing it down, and I kind of want to be careful because I don't want the glue to show through. I want to get it around the edges, but that blue gingham is a little thin. I'm just looking at it right now thinking that is a little thin. So I'm going to be careful with how much I put on here because it's going to glue down with just a little bit of glue. And then I'm going to smear it out with my fingers a little bit so they don't get like lumps or bumps or, you know, have it showing through my fabric. Okay, now let's glue it down without getting glue everywhere, hopefully. All right, that looks good. Okay, it turned out, I like how it turned out. I wasn't sure in the beginning because, like I said, I didn't have a plan. So, and I saw Ann's do this on Friday, and today's only Sunday, and I've only seen 2 other videos so far. So, and these do take a little time, you know. This took me, what, an hour and a half or something. You know, it takes time to make all those little X's, right? So, there we go, all glued down. And let's see how my little, yeah, that looks stable enough. And you can write on the back. I can distress around the back of this if I want to. I might do that. I might do that real quick, and you can see how that looks. I have my distress ink right here because I was using it earlier on a journal that I was working on. So I think that would look better than just a stark, even though it's file folder color, which is not white, it's still very new looking. And so I just think it needs a little something to just kind of take the edge off here. There, yeah, I like that better. Okay, yeah, that looks good. Okay, so there she is. She's finished. I liked adding the buttons this week, so that was nice. And there it is. Let me hold it where you can see it good. So I know I've got my camera a little lower, since I'm showing you a small item. I wanted you to be able to see, but this fabric here matches this. So it kind of brings it all together, and I think the yellow and green look good. So, yep, that's it for this week. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll be looking forward to seeing everybody else's tags this week. Thank you, Anne, for this challenge. I'm enjoying it, and happy crafting, everyone. See you later.